to brief the media on the place of the forthcoming election in Edo State, and how so very important it is for INEC not to allow any suspicion or suspicions of a compromise to mar that election, because INEC has already lost a lot of credibility in the minds of a lot of observers of events in Nigeria, and particularly those who follow political developments in Nigeria. The 2023 governorship, presidential and National Assembly election was heavily manipulated, and the result wasn't what Nigerians expected, because it was not, there was no transparency in terms of the release of the results that emanated from the National Assembly election and that of the presidential election. The National Assembly elections results were automatically, relayed to Nigerians via electronic. But that of the presidential election took a lot of back and forth before it was manually released to Nigerians, which poses significant questions of credibility and lack of integrity. And here again in Edo State, there have been a lot of accusations against the resident electoral commissioner in Edo State, who is allegedly has a link. We don't know what kind of link he has, because we don't have any verifiable proof. But people are actually saying, particularly one of the parties, the PDP, is actually saying that the resident electoral commissioner is very close to the powerful minister of the FCT. And the minister of the FCT is not a political pushover. He's a very significant politician. And he's very loud. He has made it very loud and clear that he will not support a particular political party, which is the PDP. And it is quite unfortunate that we're having this kind of scenario. Election is about to happen, and a cabinet-level appointee of the federal government is telling Nigerians who he is going to support and who he's not going to support. That is totally unconstitutional. And since this particular gentleman is linked to the minister, whether they're from the same state or from the same town, or whether they even attend the same church or whatever link that there is sufficient enough to call for, to change him from that particular place. At least for the meantime, he can be moved to another state. Another resident electoral commissioners can be drafted to Edo State to conduct the election, so that there will be a semblance of acceptability, a semblance of credibility, and so that the image of INEC, an image of Nigeria that has been almost irredeemably damaged and tarnished, can be restored. That is our concern. And that of the Commissioner of Police and the IG of Police that have demonstrated some kind of biasness or some kind of preference for certain political party by arresting certain members of a political party. The PDP particularly, their members have been arrested and locked up in Abuja by the Nigerian police force. And we're saying that this is not how elections should be conducted. You don't use the force of arm to arm twist a particular party either into submission or a kind of making it very impossible for them to run and organize, watch how the election is being conducted without any interference. So we are urging the National Security Advisor to take over the security of that election, because we in HURIWA believe that so far, the holder of that prestigious office of the National Security Advisor has shown that he is a statesman, so he should take over the security of that place. And we're also concerned about the failure of the president to constitute the governing council of the Police Service Commission. Police Service Commission is a very important commission that ought to monitor and observe, monitor indeed, that is the word, not observe, to monitor and ensure that the police operatives that are drafted for election duties comply totally absolutely, not substantially, absolutely with the guidelines of conducting that election, that they are not going to be used as cannon foders for a particular political party that is preferred by the ruling party, in Nigeria. So, and what we're saying is that the election must be free, fair, transparent, and the choice of the people of Edo State should be honored. We're not saying it must be a particular political party that has to win. Whoever wins that election, whoever Edo State voters decide to elect as their governor must be, his mandate is sacred and must be respected, because the voice of the people is the voice of God.
Position of